All right, guys. So, let's see here. We are going to create a control rig using the and if I do post this, if you're watching this right now, that means it worked. So, we're gonna do this control rig based off of the Lyra control rig. So, right click on here, go to animations, go to control rig. Select control rig, go to create, name it whatever you want. Then under hierarchy, import the hierarchy of your character. Make sure you're selecting the right one. Press OK. You can delete this forward solve right here. And now you're going to get this and you're going to copy on the Lyra rig. Make sure it's docked over here. Now you'll probably be up here. Just collapse the root and you'll see this stuff. You're going to copy this stuff over and you're going to paste it below the root, just like so. Now you're where I'm at on mine. So the first thing we need to do is create the leg L control space. And that control space is at the root. So it doesn't, well, let's see. Yeah. So it doesn't have any space. So we will do that first one just under here. And we will call this leg L controls space. Well, I'll just copy this over this naming convention. And I don't know what's up with that. It looks like it's bugged out. So I'll just drag and drop it back in there and then dock it again. And that's not what I wanted. Make sure you're copying that and then paste it. Press enter. Now for the next one, that's the thigh, L, FK. So go to your thigh L and right click and go to new null. And we'll copy this over to this. And now that we have this space, we can drag this underneath the leg L control. And after you do that, the location should go from 0, 0, 0 to wherever your leg was. That'll keep it in your leg space. Which means that the translation of it will be in relation to the leg. So you'll see that these are set for. So we'll just copy this over. It'll be fine. And we'll paste it here. I don't know if this will work, but I'll try multiplying all of them by 10 with it locked. That did not seem to work, actually. We're just going to have to multiply each of these by 10. So do asterisk at 10 and then copy that. Now press enter. Lock. Enter. I don't know why it's doing this, but it does, and it's annoying. I screwed that up. Okay, that's supposed to be 1. So we'll now lock that and do that again. And this is really annoying that we have to do this. Oops. But if you want to be able to see it, then and I'm only correcting that because I tried multiplying it all together and it didn't work. The funny thing is I still can't see it. There it is. Okay. So just uncheck and then check those controls. And then what we need to do is we need to make sure that these are going to be in the right spot. So let's copy this transform, paste global transform, or just do this set offset transform from closest bone. Yeah. Now select all of them and set offset transform from current. And we should be good. Now you can actually give this foot one the shape itself. The shape itself a offset that doesn't mess anything up, just by saying like no, still no. Why would X be up? I don't know, but it is. Okay. So we could just do like that. All right. So now that we've done that, we can collapse that. I think that's everything for that. No, it is not. Okay. Copy this right here too and paste it directly under that. You're going to have to do the same thing here. Multiply by 10. Copy that, enter. Lock. Paste, enter. Lock. Paste, enter. Now, I'll do that. It should be on the ball of the foot. If you're worried, just copy the transform of this one and paste it onto this. Paste global transform. Yeah, there we go. Now it's in the right spot. So now we should be able to say reset that and rotate it 90 on the Z. No. Let's try this. There we go. And make sure you set the transform offset from current. And now also we can come back in here and set these back to be invisible. And let's just get the foot. And paste it just to make sure it's in the right space or right spot and oriented correctly. Seems like it's, I don't know, seems like it's not oriented properly to me. No, I guess it is. Okay. It's saying it is, so I'll take its word for it. All right. So with that out of the way, we can move on. So we need to do leg R. So thigh R, go to new null. this will be the, this is actually going to be this one, the one right under it. We need to do this one under this new null, and that'll be this one. Now we'll drag this one onto this one. And we'll go ahead and copy this and paste it directly under that. And then all of this goes directly under that. So we have to multiply these by 10 again. And I'm going to make these visible. And I'm not sure why that one's oriented incorrectly, but we will get to the bottom of that. Just right click, copy to IR, and paste that. Set offset, transform from current. We'll do it for the calf as well. The foot and the ball. Now this one, you're going to rotate it 90 degrees here. Let's say 0 on that one. And then, yeah, just make sure all those are set properly. You might add the 2 to this one as well. I don't know. 2 actually didn't seem. Oops. Oh, that one has to be -2. Now we'll go ahead and hide these again. But these we need to multiply by 10. That's so annoying. Okay, now it doesn't work. Okay. All right. Switch back. There we go. I don't know why these are coming in the wrong place. They're all over here on the left foot. That's weird. Okay, whatever. That's fine. We'll fix it this way. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Yeah, there we go. And just make that negative. And let's see, this one needs to be rotated. Make that 0. There we go. And that's good for the legs. So we'll collapse those. Now we have to do the arms, arm L. Same thing here. So you're going to make one right here, and this is going to be the arm L control space. And then this one will have to be on the upper arm L. So find the upper arm L, new null, paste. And now we have to bring this one all the way down here and drop it under that one. And we may as well do the other arm as well since we're here. So go ahead, new null under body offset. And find the upper arm R, new null. And now we'll copy that. And drag that under there. And now let's go ahead and start on the left arm right here. Oh, we have finger spaces too. That's interesting. I'm not sure where to put the finger spaces at. So we'll have to figure out where this location is. Let's see. See, the thing is I can't right click on here and like get a thing inside of here that shows me where it's at. So what I'll do instead is I'll take a picture of that and I'll move it over here. And now under the root, we will say hand L. That's definitely not it. See, these are some of these spaces I think are in relation to their parent bones and not the actual position of them. So that's not going to be helpful. We'll do it this way, new null. And if I move this, say here, it gives me that position. I don't know, dude. I'm not real sure. I would assume that space would be based on the hand since it is the fingers. Let's 30. It's kind of weird. Surely it's not set on the lower arm. You know what? I think I'm being retarded. Let's make this one back on the hand. Yeah, I think I'm being retarded. So let's just drag this all the way down here to this right here and see. Yep, that's what I thought. It is the hands. Okay, now that we've confirmed that, where those are located at, then, sorry about that. Now we can make our hand L space. And let me just collapse this root again. Our finger's L space needs to be under the hand. So, new null, copy that, paste it. Okay, now we need to drag this down here underneath the upper arm L. Yeah, okay. So now we will select all of these and paste those underneath the upper arm. And again, we need to fix that bug. All right. I'm just going to set these from the closest. Well, you might want to start at the first one and work your way down. There you go. Like that. So now you select all of these and just do that. I don't think that was necessary, but we need to do the fingers now. Sorry about that. Copy. And this goes underneath the fingers space. Something seems off here. Yeah, that's what it is. So the finger space is not a child of the upper arm. That's why it looked weird. And I forgot this one here. Let's copy that one over. Oh, okay. I guess I did get that one. It didn't look like I had it. Yeah. All right. So, I hate this part. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy this. I don't have four bones in my finger. I don't know about you. But last time I checked, a human only had, well, they only have 3 bones in their finger. So why Unreal was like, oh, hey, I got a good idea. Let's give our characters 4 finger bones. Yeah, great idea, guys. Very, very human anatomy like. Way to go above and beyond your name, Unreal. Maybe that's why they did it. They wanted to live up to their name, Unreal. So it's just a mild annoyance that I should have to do this at all. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I'm sure there's a good reason why they added that. Give me a second, guys. My battery on this thing is dead. Ugh. I wish I didn't have to turn off this fan and close the door so that there's no AC while I'm doing these videos. It gets pretty hot in here. I just changed the battery out for one with it for another dead battery. So give me a second. Also, I'm just going to open the door for a hair. All right, I'm definitely going to have to start using a different recording software. One that has a pause button so I can take breaks. But I'm already too far into this, so got to stick with it. You know what? Why am I even doing this? Look, I bet you we can do it. Let's see. Yeah. So watch. We'll just do this. Sometimes I'm mildly retarded, or at least I do things in a mildly retarded fashion. There we go. That'll work, and I shouldn't have to relocate those. So now we will commence to fixing this dumb bug that Unreal in all their glory seems to have overlooked. You know what? We don't have to do that one by one. Again, I'm being mildly retarded. If they all had the same values, which all of these, but the thumb had the same value, I believe, then you could do this all at once. All right. So with that out of the way, we have the finger space set up, and we should probably make sure all of these are properly aligned. And seems to be working so far. All right. I think we got it. Might want to make this one a little bit bigger on the Y axis, I guess. Or maybe leave that there, but make this 4 or 3. Anyway, that's up to you. So that's a good. Now we need to do the other arm. Yep. So wait up. Did I miss something here? I think I did. Yes, I did. Don't forget these. Now I don't even see those. Arm LPVIK control. That is supposed to be at the. This one is supposed to be on the hand. And this one is supposed to be on the arm. Okay. That one's on the hand. And that one is not on the arm. Oh, it's supposed to be behind the arm. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Also, it's invisible by default. Yeah. So just let me. There we go. I don't know why it's so big. I am going to make it smaller. And then I will make it invisible. And that one is supposed to be on the hand, I'm pretty sure. This thing is making it invisible, but I'm pretty sure that the hand one is actually supposed to be on the hand. So I am going to assume that it is, and I'm going to paste the global transform and set this from the current. It's probably supposed to be over the hand, not the wrist, but anyway. Now we will make it invisible. And I think that's probably okay. Let me see. Yeah, it's about a little bit behind and below it. I think theirs is a little offset too from the elbow, from its actual location. Yeah, okay, that's good. So, and that's just going to be something that helps keep the arm oriented correctly. Just copy this. And let's go ahead and multiply these by 10. Again, it kind of inverted it here, so that's okay. We'll do the same thing. And there's that one. And now we need these. Oh, we have to make our finger space. So that's the right hand. New null. Copy. Paste. Enter. Now drag this down under the arm. And now copy these and paste them. And if you don't have those bones, which you won't unless you have a metahuman or you're using one of their rigs or characters, I should say, then just do what I'm doing. Now we will multiply all of these by 10. And actually, I guess we could have done all of those at once. I thought these were different. On one of the rigs, the thumbs were, or they used a different size for the thumbs. All right. And again, this seems to be inverted for some reason. I don't know why. That's fine. So we're just going to have to get the thumb. We're going to have to copy that. Paste global. Well, I thought that whole chain was going to follow it. Well, I'm not sure why it did that. It's weird. Everything seems to be like scaled real weird. Yeah, okay, whatever. We're just, I guess, gonna have to do these one by one, unfortunately. I don't know why we would have to do these one by one, but Control Shift V. Right, Control C, and then Control Shift V. Control C. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed Control V. Control C. Control Shift V. All right, seems to be working. Those are oriented incorrectly, but we'll fix that. There we go. Now select all of them and set offset transforms from current. And now we just need to orient these. We're going to have to rotate them. Reset those, and then we will do a... Nope, wrong way. That seems about right. So -2, and then on this one specifically, we will do a -3. Save and compile. I think we're getting pretty close here. So we can collapse those, and we need this. And remember the hand R. Oh, yeah, we have to scale these up as well. We're going to do 2 with that one because 5 is too big. And it's actually in the wrong spot. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say negative right here, and that'll bring it over here. Looking good. Now, with the arms and legs out of the way, we can go ahead and do, let's see, where is the bot? Okay. All of these are at position 0, that's fine. Body. Why the body is higher than the hips, I'm not real sure. All right. So let's just copy this over all except for the head space. Just the body, hips, and spine. We'll paste that down here. It goes under the body. Okay, it does. And that's where it is. So now we just need to offset these by 10. Or offset the scale by 10, I guess. All right. And I just set this from the closest bone. And now I'm going to rotate it on this green axis 90 degrees. And I guess I need to do that for all of these. And I don't know what just happened. Okay. You know what? Let's do it this way. Let's do the ones under it first. And then orient it. On the X. And then we'll do, let's see, the spine 3. So find your spine 3. Copy, Control Shift V, 90. Now for spine 2, Control C, Control Shift V, 90. Control C, oops, Control Shift V, 90. And hips, I'm assuming, is the pelvis. I'm just going to make sure that that's where it's residing at. Oops, I keep doing that. Okay, so I think that was off, but in doing so, I seem to have messed up the other ones, so I'm gonna have to do those again. That one was good. All right, we got that good. All right, now we need a head space. So let's see, head control space. That will be under the head. So new null. Select this head control space. Copy the name. Enter. And drag that under spine. Now we're going to copy this and paste it into this head control space. Let's see. So this is on the head and head local. Oh, okay. I see what's going on there. So the neck is just going to be connected to the spine. All right. So let's do transform from closest, and that seems to have done it. I will rotate it 90. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted in particular. It'll go 90 up on the red or the X. Oops, my bad. That's probably 15. We need to scale this up too. And that actually looks about right, so I'm going to leave it there. Now we will copy these over and paste them under the spine 3. And let clavicle, left control will obviously be the clavicle L location, so copy that. Control Shift V. And we are going to multiply this by 10. clavicle R, Control C, Control Shift V, and this needs to be negative. And I think this needs to be negative too. There we go. Make sure you're setting offset transform from current. When you compile it, it will reset that. So we need the neck, Control C, Control V. Oops, I did it again. Control Shift V, and 90 on the green. So this is the green. We do not need a neck 2 bone, at least I don't. So you can, oops, what did I do? Control Shift V. Okay. Oh, that's what I was telling you about. Set offset transform from current. Make sure you're always doing that. That's what happens. You see how it moved back? All right, so it looks like we've pretty much got it. Let's just copy and paste this over. And this is under the global, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And now we're going to copy and paste their logic and fix what we have to. So, well, I really screwed that up. That's all right. We were done with that window anyway, I think. Copy that. Paste. It'll take a second. Now, I'm probably going to start at the top. First compile and save, or save and compile. And then we're going to have to go through here and make sure that there aren't any red things here. Red indicates that it's incorrect. Right here is a red thing. I'm going to unselect everything in the scene so that I'm not selecting everything. And we can remove any of the bones that we're not using that were connected up to this. Let me undo that actually. I need to see exactly how everything was connected here. Yeah. Okay. So we just need to bypass this and connect this up to here and remove this. Now, they had this set up for neck 2, but we're going to need it to be neck 1. Or at least I am. And moving on. So they may be looking for those weird, funny named bones in the fingers. So we'll have to look out for that because we didn't add those funny, those meta bones. At least I didn't. So so that was on the backward solver we just looked over. Now it's the setup event. And as you see here, we have a spine 4. Which is setting a control offset to the spine 3. Now, since we don't have a spine 4, we don't need either of these two things. And we don't need these either. Now I'm just going to look over this one. This is just mirroring the right arm and the right leg. And moving on to the forward solver. That's the left arm setup. Yeah, the spine, I figured we'd have issues here. We need to skip spine 4. And we're going to skip the neck. And I'm going to try, I'm still not 100% sure if this will cause issues, but I'm going to set it to neck 1 since we don't have neck 2. It seems to be projecting the control to the head or the head to the control. I think it's the head to the control. It's projecting the head to the control. So all right. And by the way, that was right here. Forward solver. That's all right here and right here. All right. So I think that just about does it. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's the issues I was thinking we would have. So what we need to do is just what a monster. Look at that. remove array element, remove array element. And that should do it. Now from this one, we have to do the same thing. Make sure you're not missing any. And when you're done, those errors should go away, or I should say warnings. Those warnings should go away. Just look around for any more warnings anywhere. I don't see any, so I think we're good. Let's go ahead and do these as well. Surprised that wasn't throwing a warning. Anywhere you see these little white boxes, collection from items. Also, you could probably go to window, go to find result, and look for and then you can come through here and do this for all of those on that search result. Just making sure everything on here is good, that there aren't any items on here that we don't have. I'm not sure it'll cause any real issues, but it's better to be safe than sorry. If they don't exist, it'll probably just ignore them. Or it could crash. Who knows? They sure like these collections, but they sure are useful. Here's one. All right. Here's another one. We're nearly done. All right. That's it. We should be good. There shouldn't be any issues, except it looks like there is. Okay. Not sure what's going on here, why it's doing that. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, we have to figure out why it's doing that. Okay, that's this. Got to be the spine 3. Oh yeah, it's right here. It says so. So I'm not real sure why it screwed all those up. But I guess we'll just create an offset on this one. On, let's say, spine 3. Now this is probably one that we overlooked. There's something on. That's controller visibility. Well, it looks like I was at the top. Or at the bottom, I mean. Get transform bone initial. Set control offset. Spine 2. I wonder if I need to do this for spine 3. I think that was. Let me check this one, because this is at. Let's see, where is. This is a setup event. That's this one. Neck 2 is setting the translation of neck 2. Control. Neck 2 to neck 2, neck 1 to neck 1, spine 4 to spine 3, spine 3 to spine 2. But they don't set spine 4 here. So I think we're doing that right. Okay. This was really why I was wanting to stick to a simpler one. But let's keep going. Looks like I missed something here. Yeah. Hmm. Let's try this. So let's search for spine 4. Oops. Spine 04. And also, I want to search for that over here as well. Okay, I wanted to make sure. So it's getting it. It's projecting it. Right here. Yeah, see, that should work then. All right. Okay, I don't know why this one's not working then. I want it, yeah. And that's it. This is the only one where it's getting set. All right, well. Let's say head. Now this one, I don't know, but we'll reset these. And zero this out and lift it up like so. Also, I'm going to rotate this on the red 90. Reset this and rotate it on the red 90. And it looks like that clavicle got messed up. So I need to find out what, I think that's what it is. I think it was an offset that was brought in here. So let's look at that. No. Okay, I'm not actually sure then why it's doing that for this spine. It just needs to be offset. So let's offset it, I guess, -15 and bring it up 15. And that should be good. I'm just going to compile this and save it. And then I'm going to disconnect this for a second. Okay, we can also do this. Or not. You know what? I'm just going to disconnect all these temporarily to see what happens. I think it's the forward solve. All right. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any weird stretching. It looked like it was being stretched, but it's not. That's also a good way to figure out where an issue is coming from just by disconnecting them one by one. I think what happened is I probably didn't, you know what? I bet you that's what it is. I bet you I didn't actually set the thing for it. We could try that. It seems to be targeting it properly. But I'm not sure I actually set this current transform from. Okay, maybe I did. Well, that created an issue. So let's just undo. Undo. And then we'll just keep this like this. I don't know, guys, what exactly is causing that. But I'm just going to do it like that. And there we go. I think that's pretty much it. This ended up being a lot longer than I had anticipated. So I hope you guys don't have too many issues with it, and I will see you in the next video.